What is up, guys? Rick is here, and this is the Destiny Alpha review, or essentially my thoughts, my just overview of the Destiny Alpha. So let's get right into it. The Destiny Alpha, I think one of the best ways to describe it is someone accused me in the comments of one of my Destiny videos. He said, Cactus has a massive boner for Destiny, which I think that's kind of unfair because I have a massive raging boner for Destiny. Oh my gosh, that game is so good. I have never played an alpha or even a beta with the level of quality that that game had. Like, I never got kicked out of a server once. Like, it never disconnected me, not one single time. The glitches that happened, I think the only one I can really remember is that every once in a while when you're killing enemies, they'll get to like basically 0 health and they'll just stand there. They won't actually die. But that's like such a minor thing. It's the level of polish for that alpha was unbelievable how good it was. Like, really no massive technical problems. Like, the servers never shut down as far as I know. And that was just fantastic. So in terms of an actual alpha, absolutely amazing game. To the point where it's kind of like, why the hell is it coming out in September? They could basically, seems like they could release it at the end of the month. However, that being said, of course, you know, I'm not a Bungie dev. I'm sure there's a lot more work that needs to be done. Now, the actual like overview of the beta, or sorry, the alpha, is just like such a good game. Firstly, the graphics are absolutely unreal. So for someone like me who is like, it's definitely a loot-based game, and that's why I'm so into it. Is like, I love the loot in the game, and I'll get into the loot system in a little bit, but it's so nice when every single gun is rendered to perfection. Like, every gun looks so good and so cool, and all the sights look so good, and it is a welcome break from Borderlands. Now, don't get me wrong, of course I love the Borderlands art style, but it is nice when, I mean in Borderlands, some of the guns were kind of blah, like depending on the prefixes and what attachments were on them, and it's just a really nice welcome break from Borderlands. Again, really not dissing Borderlands, it's just something new that Destiny has. Is just every gun looks so good, and so when you get a really good gun, it always looks incredible too, and that is just such a nice thing about Destiny. And aside from just the guns being rendered properly, the world, like the vistas, the clouds, the tower, like space, everything looks so good in that game. The graphics are absolutely unreal. Like, this is truly next gen. Like, when this game releases, it just looks absolutely fantastic. You're going to be playing it on your next-gen console or PC. I'm not 100% sure if it's even releasing for PC. I believe it is, but you're going to be playing it and just saying, wow, like, this is why, you know, I bought next-gens. I'm pretty sure there'll be a pretty steep graphical downgrade for the current-gen consoles, but I can't speak to that, of course. Now, onto the loot system. Pretty amazing loot system. I mean, I would kind of prefer, if I hope more guns are added, because I could kind of definitely really see patterns in the loot that's being added, but I believe that more guns will be added into the game. However, that being said, like, I wasn't even able to experiment really with blue rarity guns. Like, in case you don't know, most of my videos are on, or all my videos on the guns are just on the uncommons, which you can upgrade themselves. You can, like, if you get an uncommon pulse rifle, you can put the sight it comes on, or 2 different sights that you unlock, and you can just have a straight up unlock to damage. Now, this differs between the different uncommons. Like, for a rocket launcher, you unlock different warheads. For a shotgun, you unlock different rounds that it shoots. So there is a huge aspect of customization that I didn't even get to experiment with anything past uncommon. There's blues also, and I made a video that I might link in the description. I'm probably going to link in the description about the blue weapons, just looking at them, not actually being able to utilize them because they're out of my level, but just being able to look at them, and there's so many more options for that. It's unreal. So even though it doesn't necessarily have the diversity of loot of Borderlands, it makes up for it by being able to customize every gun you get. Not every gun you get, but a lot of the loot, just customize it drastically and have these drastically different combinations, which is absolutely great. There is so much content in that game. It is unreal. For people who didn't play the alpha, like, to even put into words, like, there's some stuff that, you know, people leave in the comments, like, there's a lot of misinformation. I want to be aware of that, because people think they know what's really happening and they don't. Even me, some things I may say, I may actually turn up to be false, because Destiny really didn't have, there's no tutorial really, and it didn't do a great job of explaining what a lot of things meant in the game, but like even just what I was talking about in upgrading. Again, uncommons you can, I already been over what you can upgrade for uncommons, but for blues you can upgrade. There's another special thing about it, like it'll get more accurate when you fire. Then there's the straight damage increase, and also the you can choose your sight. But then there's another 3 options. So for an uncommon pulse rifle, let's say, you can upgrade the sight, you can upgrade its special aspect, like the last shot does more damage. You can upgrade its just overall damage, and then you get to pick its round, let's say, just like in shotguns, and then you get to lock in your choice of which round and which sight for a final damage increase. So that is just like massive customization, and that's just blue. There's also purple, which I've never seen before. I don't know what the customization's for there, but there's also purple, and there's also gold exotic weapons. So there's 2 more tiers I haven't even seen, and I was blown away by just the blue. So I can't even fathom. And that's just weapons. Let's not forget you can also upgrade armor, like substantially. A blue chest plate will come with 2 different increase to the round capacity of different guns, like increase to pulse rifle rounds, increase to shotgun rounds, and not to mention a straight, you can upgrade it to have even more armor. You can like, I have a gauntlet that was letting me throw grenades further. Like the customization even for the armor is unbelievable. And I'm finding out today in the comments, people are saying there's actually different class mods. I don't even know how the class mods work, but apparently there's different class mods in the game that will allow for different upgrades. And I know even in the skill tree, you can, again, there's a lock-in mechanic, so you can pick which things you want and lock them in for like a massive boost to certain stats like movement speed or whatever. So just, and that they didn't even give us any class mods. They weren't even available in the alpha. So the amount of content that is available in this game is more than I have ever seen in any other game in my life. Like honestly, the amount of areas you could go in the alpha even, and how well rendered and how well those areas looked. And that's just on one part of Earth. You can go in multiple places of Earth, and you can go on every single other planet. So you can go to Venus, you can go to Mars, you can go to Jupiter. Well, obviously you wouldn't go in Jupiter, but one of Jupiter's moons. And there's all areas, apparently, like they're saying that areas like the area of Mars in Destiny is bigger than the entire game of Halo Reach. And that's just Mars. That's not Earth. It's not Venus. It's not Jupiter's moons. That's just Mars. And that is absolutely unbelievable. Again, the amount of content, the places you can go, the weapons, the different customization in terms of weapons and armor and class mods, which we haven't even seen class mods, is just so phenomenal that this game is truly like one of the most amazing games that I've ever got the pleasure to play. And it is just straight up fun too. Like, it's Bungie making it. They made Halo, and love or hate Halo, you have to admit they know what they're doing when it comes to a shooter. So of course the controls, it feels snappy, it feels absolutely great as a first person shooter as well. And some of the loot based games like Defiance was 100% one of them. It felt a little awkward as a shooter, but since these are the people that made Halo, it absolutely feels fantastic as the shooter, and the multiplayer is absolutely great. Of course, again, this is the people who made the Halo multiplayer. Like, this is like Halo multiplayer, was the reason people bought Xboxes, essentially. Like, they redefined multiplayer, so they know what it's a studio that knows exactly what they're doing. Now, they haven't necessarily dove into loot-based genre before, but I have full faith in them that they can pull it off. All in all, incredible game. There's just so much stuff that I can't wait to see in the beta that comes out July 17th for the PS4 first, and I'm 100% going to be on that, bringing you guys new content as it arrives. But in all, this was an absolutely fantastic experience, amazing alpha. Like, the game is just so good. It's hard to put in the words just like how good it was. I remember someone I was playing with, someone in my fire team, just before I'm going to end the video, I'm just going to say someone in my fire team, I remember him saying, it's funny how the best co-op game of the year right now is an alpha. Like, we're playing a weekend of an alpha, and we're having more fun in this, like, one weekend of alpha than we did in any other co-op game this year. And I think that holds true. So, just how amazing this game is just blows my mind. And I pre-ordered it. I can't wait for the beta, and it really has definitely met my expectations, which were definitely through the roof to begin with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe for more Destiny videos, and as always, have a good day.